we're never usually great after breaks, but I think Liverpool could be glad of this one. There'll be a lot of lads there who just need to get away and go and play for the countries and
see different faces.
Well, he's hopefully get a couple of games under his
get some more minutes in their legs and stuff. Yeah, because
a blessing, I think, this one, to be honest.
Yeah, hopefully Liverpool can come back. It doesn't get any easier with I mean, maybe it does with Man United, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's been a rough old week, that is for sure. But like I say, my last one, John, I remember sat here at the start of the season, me and you had a chat after the Community Shield, and it was along the lines of like, yeah, you can clearly see this is going to be a bit of a work in progress. But then we were so happy with all the last minute winners that we were like, you know what, we're going to be fine here. And then all of a sudden they've had a really bad week. And maybe, do you think maybe we've shown it is a work in progress?
Still second in the league. I mean, you know, whatever problems we've got, they're not catastrophic.
They're fixable.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a rude awakening, isn't it? Because you're right. I think we all felt, I was certainly guilty of feeling like, okay, I'll never mind all the summer changes and all the new signings. We're just going to be boss forever and just keep winning. And all of a sudden you go, actually, it isn't that easy. It shouldn't shock us, but it still does. And again, I come back to what I said earlier on. In isolation, if you'd have got beat by Palace, who were at the time unbeaten and playing really well, 3 or 4 weeks ago, you'd go, okay, you could square that off. Galatasaray midweek, Cauldron, really difficult place to go. You know, okay, sound. But the fact they all happen in such quick succession makes it all the more difficult to get your head around.
The goals coming so late in the game, you walk away from the game thinking, oh my God, how terrible was that? Yeah. And forget the good things. But we've got Weerst and we've got Isak, and if both of those can improve, which they should do, then just that alone will make us a much better side than we are now.
It just feels, Dan, like I say, maybe we're all a bit guilty, because I was the same. I was like, that was grim, that. But I don't know what I was expecting, because if I go back to the summer, I distinctly remember thinking, geez, we've lost our 2 starting full-backs. Mm-hmm. We've lost all of our forward strikers. They've all pretty much gone now. We're asking, we don't really play with a number 10, and we bought a number 10. Yeah. This might take a little bit of time. Added on, of course, to what happened with everyone, with the tragedy around you. I was thinking, this might just take a little bit of time to settle. But then when you go and go bang, 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 win 7-7, you're thinking, the world is fine. Yeah. And then sometimes football has a way of just bringing you back down a level. Mm. And I do think, I understand the criticism on Liverpool. There are certain players and even the manager today to be criticised. But also I think if there is any benefit of the doubt, we all said this might happen. Yeah. We can't then be shocked and up in arms when it does happen, because it's kind of what we thought might happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all about timing, isn't it, again? And I think a lot of people, John alluded to it earlier on, a lot of people thought we might have a bit of a transition last season, and now all of a sudden, honestly, only won the league because you inherited that squad. Like, you know what I mean? It's all... Yeah.
History can be rewritten very, very quickly.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But I think you're right. I think it shouldn't have come as a huge surprise. It is what it is. There was always going to be teething problems. It just so happened that it felt like there weren't going to be for a little while there. I was certainly, again, I felt like we were just going to keep winning, just finding ways, because that's what champions do. And then I think that the narrative of a mere 8-9 days ago was, imagine when we start playing well, like we keep winning these games, we're going to start, it's all going to click together soon, they're going to get more cohesive, more understanding, etc. We're going to be boss forever. And then you go, fuck, football doesn't quite work like that. That's when it does, take you back a little bit. But yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Let's do this then to round up, to finish. Last question for both of you, and I'll start with you, one. Because we mentioned before, John, the need for patience, the need for worry, the need to win, but also the need to bed players in, and there's a lot of balancing being done here. On a scale of 0 being you're the most chilled man ever, which you usually are, John, to be fair, you're the most cool, calm man I know. 10 is you're like Wataru Endo in the last 5 minutes of that match, just running around with your hair on fire. Where would you place yourself in the worry scale, long term and short term?
I'm not really worried at all. I think if we can sort our defence out, which was our big strength last year, if we can sort that out and stop conceding silly goals, we'll win more football matches than we...
Have you got confidence you can do that, and the deal will do that?
Absolutely, yeah. And his fullbacks are young and very, very
naive,
headstrong, naive. Yeah. Once that's sorted, that defence will be very, very strong and have a lot of pace. And Canate is a problem. I understand that, and I don't know what the solution to that is. If he's got his head in Madrid, there's nothing you can do about that. We saw that last year, and whether Joe Gomez has to come in sooner rather than later, maybe, and certainly look to buy a centre back in January.
Where are you on the worry scale?
Yeah, I'm not overly concerned. My biggest concern would actually come outside Liverpool in terms of Arsenal. how they look right now, because they don't seem to have any of the issues that we are going.
Well, they
through.
haven't, because they're a very well settled
And exactly, they've been doing it for a little while now. They know the script. But having said that, from a Liverpool perspective, I'm always ever the optimist. I think we will find the right answers to all the problems, and there's a lot of them, to all the problems we've discussed in the past hour or so here, and I think Alan Slot is absolutely the man to do that. So, and again, with the firepower, with the squads, with the quality that we've got, I think we'll just start to win games of football again, and we'll be well. But having said that, I sat here last week and said I was sort of 80% confident we'd go on to win the league at a bit of a canter. I'm going to have to readdress that, because that's not going to happen.
So John feels like he's more in the 3 range, and you sound more in the little bit 5-ish.
I think 5.
I feel that's fine. A little 3 and a 5. I'm of the belief, right, and I might be completely idiot, and feel free to call me an idiot, because people do on the internet today, it's fine. I've said loads of things. These players are too good, and I think this manager's too good for this just to fall to an absolute shambles all the time. We saw this a bit with Jürgen. And by the way, this doesn't mean Liverpool won't win the league. Liverpool will definitely go on and win the league. But like, even when it got really bad under these guys, it was never where it was like catastrophic, like what Man United or Tottenham have been through recently. And again, they are low bars. But I do believe Liverpool come March, April, May will still be in trophy competitions, whether it be in the title race, whether it be in the Champions League.
We're making a better fist of defending our title than we did last time.
That's true.
Yeah,
ours will be much worse. But the only thing I'd say, the only thing I push back on is, how do I say this without meaning this? I'm really having it. Liverpool have to win a major trophy this year, in my opinion. We have to. And falling short of that would be hugely disappointing and underwhelming. Given, and I know there was upheaval.
That's such a high bar, though, isn't it? No, I see your point, but like
you can't do what we've done this summer and fall short of winning the major.
Particularly if he wants the Champions League, that is a tough competition this year.
Massively so. The Premier League's tough. Arsenal are brilliant. Man City are what they are. Not quite the juggernaut they want to, but still, you've got to. So, whilst I can sit here and say, "Oh, we'll be fine and we'll win more games than we lose," like that's not what this Liverpool team's been built to do. This Liverpool team's been built with winning major trophies in mind. We all spoke about like how big the summer was in terms of the outlay and what have you, and it was the whole Arne Slot here to win now. Well, win now then. Yeah. Like there is no medium long term in this. It's now. It's trophies now.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
We've tied Salah and Van Dijk down to 2-year deals with a view to winning stuff.
Yeah.
No, like it's that simple.
The signings, I understand they might need a bit of time, but if you want to win it with Salah and Van Dijk, and you're right, there's not like a massive load.
You haven't got much chance.
I would, if you're a 5 and you're a 3, I'll go in the middle. So I'm a little bit of a 4. My main concern is how long it's going to take the good lads to get back being good again. I completely understand Kirk has taken time to settle, and Bradley going from backup player to starter can be difficult, and Vert in a new country taking time, and Isak not being fit. What my big worry is Konate, McAllister, Gakpo to an extent, Salah definitely. My more worry is them, and I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because I know they're all good players. And at some point, I'm gonna back them to, because I've seen Konate go through a wobble. I've seen Salah go through patches where he looks rubbish as well. McAllister tends to be fitness related, and then Gakpo's always been a little bit up and down. He's a very streaky player, so I'm gonna bank on the fact that those 4 will work it out. But if they don't, then yeah.
I see McAllister as being key. If we can get him back to the form he was in last year, then I think we'd be an awful lot better football inside. Yeah. But there are issues around Mo at the moment, and if they come good too, then obviously that will stand us in great stead.
That was a clip from the Final Word show. If you'd like to check out the full show, head on over to redmenplus.com.